Well done. Nice choice. So it was 1983, 27th of April, that SEK moved into this beautiful building. But really, it's the 2 years before, when moving into Dún Laoghaire, is the anniversary. This is 40 years now, and big changes. So I don't know whether you would have been kind of coming on board as the changes happened. All very smart, good smart changes.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, the idea was, to kind of sort of revisit the spirit that we had with the school when it was originally established here in Ireland. So it was supposed to be an international school. That's why the name SEK Dublin International School. But then it ended up being catering to a certain group of students. And 2 years ago, we wanted really to revisit that and to give it more of an international nature to the school. So now we have 14 different nationalities in the school, including some local Irish students as well, which is very nice to see.
And of course, a big shift was in 2019. You got the IB, which was International Baccalaureate.
Yes, the International Baccalaureate program.
Beautiful. See the way my language, I'm so good at that.
Right.
But that was a big step, because suddenly you're able to teach, in Leaving Cert level to any nationality, and that must have been a major turning point to sort of realize, okay, now we're qualified to embrace everybody, because I know that people would have thought this early on in the early years as Spanish and Latin American, but now, as you say, it's truly international.
Exactly. I think that was the major turning point when we got the diploma program International Baccalaureate accreditation, because it offered the opportunity for students to finish their education with us, to have an international accredited diploma that would take them to university, whether they want to go to university here in Ireland or whether they want to go to university anywhere else in the world, basically, because it's an equivalent qualification to the Leaving Cert, so it's accepted in the same terms. So I think that was the main moment when it was like, okay, now we can actually accept the students.
So I should say that it's more than just, that the school itself has wonderful summer camps. You have a huge amount of activities. This gorgeous building, 1865, we'll put a little bit of history in the text above. It couldn't be a more beautiful setting for children, for anybody to learn. But you do a wide range. I know that you're kind of active down at the seafront, and there's pretty much everything goes in regard to what a kid's education would be. But also, as I said, you have a lot of other activities as well here.
Right. I think part of what the program wants to do with the international programs is they kind of propose a holistic kind of education, which means the academics are really important, getting the right academics in order to go to university, but we work on skills as well. And learning, it's important. It happens a lot in the classroom, but also outside the classroom. And I think that's why we have a number of other activities that the students have to complete, so that they can develop as well as people. So for example, one of the things we have is called Creativity, Activity and Service, which is part of the International Baccalaureate program, where the students have to do service to the community. It's mandatory, so we help them and encourage them to do that kind of service. And also creativity, so they have activities where they can develop their creativity, and activity, which has to do with everything with the sports. So it helps this kind of education. It's kind of round education, which wants to develop the whole individual. So all of those activities that happen for the student outside of the classroom it's like a complement to the education that they have.
We do seem to live in wonderful times for that recognition of it's not only about numbers and facts and figures, but there is a whole world that you should have a certain kind of education about, and that part of that is the community spirit and other skills that aren't necessarily direct to employment. They're good skills to get you through life, which is a wonderful thing, because I get the impression up here, as I said, it's a bit of a haven. I think people would feel very inspired to be here. But we should talk about your being here. I know you arrived in 2019. You had 5 years in Madrid working with SEK.
Yeah.
Before that, 12 years you're in the US, and you've always sort of been in this world. I'm just wondering, all of that experience, did it prepare you for the Irish weather?
Well, all of that didn't, but I have to tell you that I'm from the Basque Country, which is an area in the north of Spain.
Nice. Yes,
and the weather is very similar to the one in Ireland.
Oh, well, that's okay then. You like a little bit of this liquid sunshine when it hits your face, you understand.
And actually nature, and it's all very green as well in that area, precisely because it rains so much. So yeah, it's not that, maybe not my education later on, but definitely my when I was growing up, the environment where I lived was very similar to
Oh, that's
Ireland.
okay then. So it wouldn't be too much of a shock to the system because
No.
we can give a lot of seasons in a very short period of time.
The
so.
only difference maybe is that here it gets dark a bit sooner in the winter, as opposed to where I'm from. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. So it's like being home almost.
Well, we have tea and other liquid refreshments to cope with the darkness, so we're
Absolutely.
okay. Now, we will put in the fact that obviously it's open now at the moment. People can follow through and find out about joining. And you'll also, as we all come out of lockdown, you'll have your summer camps and so forth. So we'll link to the website, make sure that people can kind of follow through and find out more. But yeah, as I said, beautiful place, well done. You did a great job on it, I gotta say.
Well, thank you very much. I mean, I kind of inherited the place. It's true. We are planning, also this year, this is the first time that we're running summer programs for local students. Traditionally, it was only for international students, but this year we're running, like we have, for example, soccer, high performance soccer academy for secondary age students, which we think, could be of interest to students in the area. So, and we have other opportunities as well. So we want to make sure that, we have an attractive offer for students in the local area as well.
But given how beautiful this place is, it really is only for parents who truly love their children, because this would be a
Exactly.
treat. So, yeah, but other kids,
Exactly.
that's the
Only
way.
those.